Today we are going to start the new course, and the name of the course is Data Analytics with Python. And I'm going to take this course for about 1 to 1.5 months, and we are going to go in traditional fashion, not by slides, but I will write down each and every points uh, through this app. And let's start this course. And we are going to read about data analytics with Python. This is the name of the course, and in this course we are going to cover many aspects related to data science, and the basic objective of this course will be the basic objectives will be to provide conceptual understanding of the subject. We will provide the conceptual understanding of the subject. This course will make you comfortable while comfortable in your academics as well as your professional journey. Professional journey. In this course, you will know how to work with real data and might have learned many different methodologies, but choosing the right methodology is important. Hence, we provide in this course how to choose the right methodology in order to come up with a better and efficient strategy and plan for your data. Okay. These are our objectives, and moving on to the next one. Let's talk about this more. And over here, we will provide the basic knowledge of one, why to use a particular technique or a procedure. And the second one will be how to use it correctly, right? Using how to use it correctly, and how to correctly interpret the result. So if you can give the basic answer of these questions, then you will be considered as the competent data analytics, and in this course we'll see the ways and how to fulfill this criteria. In this course we are going to see our learning objectives. Mm, Learning objectives. Our first objective is to define data and its importance. What is data and why it is so important? And the second one is define data analytics. Analytics and its types. And the third one is going to be why, explain why analytics is important in today's business environment, right? And the fourth one will be explain how statistic, analytics, and data science are interrelated. Explain how statistics, analytics, and data science are interrelated. And the fourth one is going to be why we specifically chose Python, right? You may have doubt regarding why we go with Python. And the fifth one is explain the 4 different types of data. Explain the 4 different types of data. One type is a nominal data type. Second one is going to be your ordinal one. Third one is going to be the interval. and the final one is ratio. Okay, if these learning objectives are clear, then we may move forward to our lecture. And we are going to see about the first one. We are going to answer the first questions, but beside this answering this question, let us ask few more questions. Define data and its importance, and second one is what is generating so much of data, right? In the area of internet, the so much of data is being produced every day, every month, and every second. So what is producing this huge amount of data? We are going to discuss about that. What is generating so much data? And the third point is going to be how data add value to the business, right? And the broader perspective, we need to look at the job market, and we need to ask ourselves a question that how this data is going to add value to whatever you are doing or to the business you are associated with. How data add value to business. And the fourth questions is I think it is obvious why data is important. Why data is important? Okay, if these basic questions are set in a mind, then we may proceed forward to find the answers of these questions. Let's go with a term known as variable. Let's define first of all what is variable. Of course, a variable is something which changes depending on the value it takes, right? Now, if you want to define it formally, then variable is a characteristics of any entity being studied that is capable of taking different values. And the second one is going to be what is measurement. What is a measurement? Measurement is something that we provide it with a with some form of number, right? If we provide some variable with number, then that is a measurement. What is a measurement? Measurement is a standard process is used to design, or not design, assign, used to assign the numbers to particular attributes or characteristics of a variable. Now, if these things are clear, variables is the characteristics of any entity being studied that is capable of taking different values, and the measurement is a standard process to assign the numbers to a particular attributes or characteristics of variable, and the data are recorded measurements. Okay, what is the data? Okay, let's say what is the data. Data are recorded measurement. So the variables are capable of taking different values, and the measurement is assigning those values to the value to some variable is known as measurement, and the data means are the recorded measurement. So let's go to the second question. What is generated? There's so much data. So if we look at our environment, the data is being uh, is generated by, first one is human. That's obvious, right? You and me are producing so much of data, and machines. And the third one is, this is R, and the third one is human and machine combined. Also they are producing too much of data. So it can be generated anywhere where any information is generated and stored in structured or unstructured format, right? Now let's move to the third question. How the data add value to the business. So let's look into some diagram. how the data add value to the business, and there is a data warehouse. There's a data warehouse, and from here there is something known as development of data product. And in the second one, there is something known as a discovery of data insight. Discovery of data insight. In this, in the development of data product, and there will be algorithm solutions in production, marketing and sales, right? And basic example of this development of data product is what we generally use are YouTube or some other platform that uses is recommendation engines. And the discovery of data inside incorporates quantitative data analysis, to help steer strategic business decisions. And all these two will what generally will do is add business value, right? If you have this recommendation system, then you can target the right audience, and if you have this data insight, then it will help to make you better business decisions, which ultimately will add the business value. Okay, let's move to data product. So the data product are generally what we generally see, such as Google Maps and self-driving cars are all the examples of data products. And if in Google, the Google is a lot of applications, right? And there are one of the applications of the examples that is known as Google Mapping. The Google Mapping is helping you to find the routes, to which one routes you must take, how to make it, how to how to decide the best route possible. All these calculations are done by Google based on the data that they have collected and they have processed, and they will provide you the optimum route that is considered as best, as economic, as fuel efficient, right? And like this, the data is being used by these different multi-billionaire company in order to make better decisions and to increase their economic value. And the third and the obvious question is why data is important. Why do we even care about data? First obvious reason is helps in better making better decisions. This one is obvious, right? It will provide you the best possible algorithm or any other tools or techniques that you can use in order to optimize your performance. And the second reason is data helps in solve problem by finding the reason of underperformance. So why the product is not meeting its deadlines, or why the product does not cannot grasp the market, and why it is even not working among the targeted group. These all data are collected, and these data will help to provide the better insight. And the third one is data helps to evaluate the performance, and that's the obvious reason. And data helps to understand consumer and market. Understand consumer and market, right? Who is your target audience, and what age levels, what in the age group is your product is mainly based. These all things are captured by the data, and if you can analyze it perfectly, then you can take the benefits of the data analysis. And our the next one is about data analytics. Okay, let's see the process, right? Analytics. What is data analytics? Now I'm going to write one definition. Analytics is defined as the scientific process of transforming data into insights, right? What we have previously seen, also data into insights for better decision making. Let's try to understand that. If we, this is a black box where analysis is being done, okay, where analysis is being done, and if we feed the data to this one, and the outcome is the insight, right? This insight will provide the better understanding of the data, better dynamics of the data, how these different data are being related. Is there any relationship between these data, right? This is one definition. The analytics is the process of transforming data into insights. Now the next one is analytics. Now the basic confusion comes between the word analysis. Is analysis equal to analytics? Are they really same? So we have defined analytics, right? We know what analytics means. So we will see this in our future. So let's go with the next. I'll give you the, let's think about, is the analysis same as analytics or not? So let's move to why analytics is important. That's going to be our next concern. Why analytics is even important, right? Now, data analytics is used in developing new medicines. The second one is finding more efficient ways to deliver the product. Efficient ways to deliver products and services. products and services, and the fourth one will be preventing the fraud. Data analytics are being used in preventing the frauds, uncovering cyber threats, and the sixth one is retaining the most valuable customers, right? From casual customers, we need to differentiate between the most valuable customer from the one that casually uh, visits the business or your shop, right? Retaining the most valuable customer. Now we will see about the data analysis. We have seen about data analytics, right? And now we will see about data analysis. What is a data analysis? Data analysis is the process of examining and as well as transforming and arranging raw data in a specific way to generate useful information. Data analysis allows for the evaluation of the data, right? Evaluation of the data, evaluation of the data through analytical and logical reasoning. To lead to some sort of outcome or conclusion in some context. Okay, data analysis allows for the evaluation of the data for analytical and logical reasoning to lead to some sort of outcome or consequences or conclusion in some context, and that's easy to understand. Okay, now let's move to the third one. Data analysis is a multifaceted process, right? It is a multifaceted process, and it includes the number of steps, and the second one will be the approaches. How are we gonna approach the certain types of problem, and we will use the diverse technique in order to analyze the given data. So analysis is basically the study of the past, but analytics also deals with the future outcome or predictions. Future outcome or predictions. And explore potential future events. So in analytics, we will see about the qualitative aspect of it, and the next one is a quantitative aspect. Where in qualitative aspect we are going to use the intuition, right? Intuition plus we will go with analysis, and quantitative we will use formulas and algorithms. But in analysis we are also going to look into the two aspects of it. First one is qualitative one, and the second one is going to be the quantitative. And in qualitative The analysis means the study of past, so we will explain how and why the story ends the way it did, and in quantitative we will use the data, of course, plus how the sales decreased last summer. We will look upon the past, how the sale decreased last summer. So we can say that analysis is not equal to analytics, and the next thing is data analysis is not equal to data analytics, and business analytics is not equal to business analysis. Hope you got this point. Analysis is basically related to the past, whereas the analytics also deals with the future and its potential future and its potential future events. Okay, now we can classification of data analytics. So we can see the classification of data analytics. We'll classify the data analytics based on workflow and the kind of analysis, based on the phase of workflow, based on the phase of the workflow and the kind of analysis required, and the kind of analysis required. And there are four major types of data analytics. First one is descriptive. Analytics, and the second one is diagnostic. analysis. Third one is going to be the predictive. Predictive analytics. And the fourth one is going to be prescriptive. Prescriptive analytics. We will learn about this classification of data analytics in our future upcoming videos. So we'll just list the classification of data analytics based on the phase of workflow and the kind of analysis required. So we'll discuss these things in detail in upcoming classes. So we'll just list down some points only over here, and we'll see this in future. So I will say some general points about this classification. So descriptive analytics and only says about what happened, and in diagnostic analysis we will examine more closely and find out the reasons for why did it happen. And in predictive means to predict about the future, so what will happen. And in prescriptive, how can we make it happen, right? In level of difficulty, to come up with the prescriptive analytics is much more difficult than the descriptive analytics, because to implement the things is much more harder than to just to know the cause of why it happened, right? So this much for this was for analytics. And okay, let's go into little more depth in descriptive analysis. Descriptive analysis is the conventional form of business intelligence and analysis. It seeks to provide a depiction or summary view of facts and figure in understandable form. This either inform or prepare data for further analysis. Descriptive analysis or statistics can summarize raw data and convert it into a form that can be easily understood by humans. They can describe in detail about an event that has occurred in the past. So the various examples of descriptive analysis are: a common example of descriptive analytics are company reports that simply provide a historic review, like data query reports, descriptive statistics, and data visualization, and data dashboard. So in diagnostic analytics is a form of advanced analytics which examines the data or content to answer the question, why did it happen? Diagnostic analytics aid an analyst to dig deeper into the issue so that they can arrive at the source of the problem. It is a structured business environment tool for descriptive and diagnostic always go in parallel. So the diagnostic analytics includes the techniques such as data discovery, data mining, and correlations. And in predictive analytics helps to forecast trends based on current events, predicting the probability of an event happening in the future or estimating the accurate amount it will take to determine can be determined with the help of predictive analytical models. Many different but code-dependent variables are analyzed to predict a trend in this type of analysis. And in predictive analysis, we will provide the historical data to some predictive algorithms, and we will generate a model, and the model that we get will provide the new data to this model, and we'll get out the predictions, right? The set of techniques that use a model constructed from past data to predict the future or ascertain impact of one variable on another. First one is of linear regression. Second one is of time series analysis and forecasting, and the third one is data mining. And in prescriptive analytics, set of techniques to indicate the best course of action. It tells what decision to make to optimize the outcome. The goal of the prescriptive analytics is to enable quality improvement, service improvement, cost reduction, and increasing the productivity. The prescriptive analytics examples are optimization models, simulation, and decision analysis. And I think I will write these examples as of now. Okay, I'll write this example of descriptive analytics. Is my cursor. Okay, let's write about descriptive analytics. And we are going to see some of the examples of it in descriptive analytics. As we have previously said, here it will fall such as data queries, and the second one is reports. The third one is descriptive statistics, and for this data visualization, and fifth will be data dashboard. Data dashboard. This will be the example of data analytics, whereas for diagnostic analytics we will use some famous mechanism known as data discovery, and the second one is data mining, and the third one is correlations. Right, in predictive analysis we'll use the techniques known as linear regression, and the second one is going to be the time series analysis and forecasting. And the third one is data mining. Data mining is used in both predictive as well as diagnostic analytics, and in prescriptive analytics this will generally deal about the quality improvements, service enhancement, and cost reductions, and increasing productivity. Increasing the productivity. Okay, now let's move on to the next one. And as we know that the source trend in analytics is increasing in the Google trend from the last few years. The trend in analytics is increasing, right? Increasing, and as you can see, the trend in Google is increasing. Trend is increasing, hence the people are more attracted to this field nowadays, and you can see it. And because the people are attracted to it, as the manpower at the current is much less than the demand, hence the better salary is offered for to the people in this field. So what will be related in this field? Okay, we'll see about the elements of data analytics. We will see the data analytics, where this part, this part, and straight from here. This one is for statistics, and this is business intelligence / information system. This one is related to the data mining, and this is modeling and optimization, right? And this is for simulation and risk, and this is now for visualization, and this is for what if questions. So there is also a common doubt about data analyst and data scientist. What are the required skill set to become data analyst, and what is the required skill set to become a data scientist, right? What is the actual difference? So in data science, you need to have a strong base on mathematics. You need to be a mathematic expert, and you need to know about technology and hacking skill. Hacking skill does not mean negative, but it means how you need to understand how it generally works or performs, what is the mechanism behind it. And the third one is going to be business and strategy acumen skills, right? And this intersection is the where the data scientist usually plays. He needs to be a mathematic expert, as well as he needs to have the better knowledge of technology, and he should also develop the skills regarding the business and strategic skills, right? And here is one simple as a stack. I'm going to show you the same thing. And here is a business administration, and this and here is data exploration, and insight, and the third one is advanced algorithm and machine learning, and data product engineering. Data product engineering, and these two are generally is dealt by what is known as analyst, and the data scientist usually have to cover the more and dynamic range, and this is the area, the scope of data scientist. What he or she needs to do data exploration and insight, and we have the good grasp of advanced algorithm and machine learning, and as well as data product engineering. And let's move to why Python. Why Python? I hope you all know the answer of this question because it is simple and easy to learn. This is a freeware and open source, and this is an interpreted language, right? It does not need a compiler, and it is a dynamically typed, which means you do not need to provide the type of you should not provide the actually you do not need to provide the data type, right? And it is extensible, and it can be used in embedded system, and it generally provide extensive library. And in terms of its usability, you can make many desktop and web applications using Python, and you can make database applications based on Python. You can make some networking applications based on Python. Of course, you can do data analysis using Python, and you can use for machine learning, IoT and AI applications, and in making games, right? Games like that. And the various use companies are also using the Python as their for their data analysis and for software development. The basic the companies that are using Pythons are Google, NASA, Facebook, YouTube, Yahoo, eBay. All these companies uses Python, and it is becoming an increasing trend to move towards the Python. And we will use here what is known as Jupyter and Jupyter Notebook. Why we use this? Because this is a client server application, and we can edit the code on the web browser, right? This is the most important aspect of it, and it is easy in documentation and easy in demonstration. You can easily convey the idea or the concept to someone easily, and it have a easy user it generally provides a user-friendly interface. And there are 4 types of data, right? There are 4 types of data, 4 different levels of data, and here we are going to explain the 4 different levels of data, right? We will see about the types of variable, and first of all we are going to see about the types of variable. First there is a data. This data can be either be categorical or numerical. Categorical or this data can either be categorical or numerical. In numerical it can be either discrete, or continuous. It can be either discrete or continuous, right? Let's see some of the example of categorical data. That's first is marital status, whether you are married or not married. This is political party, eye color, and on the based on discrete, numerical as well as discrete, you can say the number of children, defects per hour, and for the continuous we have width, and the second one will be the voltage. Okay, this will be the things, and this is the type of variable. It can be either categorical means to put some variable into some category, and there can be numerical can be discrete or continuous. In discrete we can see some of the examples like the number of children, and in continuous we can give the example of weight or voltage. So levels of data, so we will see about the levels of data measurement. Here there are 4 levels of data measurement, right? We have seen it in the introduction also. There is a nominal, there is a ordinal, there is a interval, and there is a ratio. And in nominal, this is the lowest level of measurement, and ratio is the highest level of measurement. So in nominal, or nominal scale classifies. So this is classifies data into categories in which no ranking is implied. So we can give the example of this as example. That will be gender, and the next one will be the marital status, and in the ordinal scale, the ordinal scale. An ordinal scale classifies the data in which ranking is implied. Example: product satisfaction. Right, this is a category hero satisfied, neutral, or unsatisfied. Right, and the second one is faculty rank. First comes the professor, the second one is associate professor, and the third one will be assistant professor. Okay, this one is the example of ordinal. The next example can be the student grades. The student can be graded according to ABC. Here the ranking is obviously implied. And there is something known as interval scale. Interval there is something known as interval scale. Here an interval scale is an ordered scale in which the difference between in which the difference is the difference between the measurement. Means I do not have to is the difference between the measurements and do not have to 0 point. So we'll see about the ratio scale. In the ratio scale, or a ratio scale is an ordered scale in which the difference between the measurement between the measurements is a meaningful quantity and the measurement have a true zero point go. Okay, this example will be white, and the second example will be A's. Third example will be of salary. And according to the usage potential, according to the usage potential of various level of data. First one will be of ratio. Ratio will be most usually potential, and second will be interval, and the third one will be ordinal, and the last one will be nominal. The potential of using this nominal data is not much, whereas the ratio data, which yeah, is having the highest potential of its use, right? If we choose nominal data label, then it will be used for classifying and the statistical method. Draw this one also. Okay, choice of measurement scale. First one is data label, meaningful operations, and third one is statistical methods. So first one is a nominal one. A nominal is used for classifying and counting, and the statistical method used is non-parametric. The second one is ordinal one. Ordinal meaning of the above plus ranking, right? It can be used for counting also. So in interval all of the above plus in interval you can do what you know, addition and subtraction, addition comma subtraction. In ordinal you use the statistical method known as non-parametric. In interval you can use the parametric. In ratio you can use all the operations above plus what you can do what you know as multiplication and division. And division we use the parametric statistical method. Okay, this is all for today, and in the next lecture we are going to see the things in more detail, and we are going to start what is known as Python. So up to that time, have a nice day and goodbye.